between these hallowed hedges, Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Rebels' return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
They really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there, because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. He's got him in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback adapting. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They've got the screen set up. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for.
Oh, he's going to go up top. Throw to the sideline, and it's play. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Give to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Pocket starts to collapse. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean,
the expressway is wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Finds a crease at the 20. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. The AT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's got room. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not...
Ball's out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping two hands on the ball.
They'll try the run. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are using 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Now remember, they were stopped on fourth down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. They're bringing heat. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. This should be the last play of the quarter. Catch in the middle. It's Correa there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Throw it toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. He needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here on third down for this offense. Quarterback checking off. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds a man in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
Yeah, and that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Hard-hitting tackle. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun to give. Looking for room. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Flushed out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Between the uprights, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. We need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
And the Ole Miss offense will take over 1st and
10. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
The Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They're trying to get to it. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Feeling some heat. They'll run the screen. Fights off a defender. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Dances away to buy time. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
To the ground with the back. And the Bulldogs get enough for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Now they're going to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. From the gun, give on the inside. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off play action. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The run from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The inside handoff. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Looking to the big tight end. And that pass picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Makes the grab on the left. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to take off. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Gets down with the slide.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wells. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got his man. Tackle is made after the first down. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Running back goes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. No huddle here for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. At the 45 on his way. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
It's been the buzz of college football all week, fellas, and it's finally here. An update on that top 5 battle. Mississippi State is down. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, wants to throw. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Georgia! They move on top here in the fourth.
They had a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it back.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Flips it out in the flat. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Correa. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Rebels will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Catches it at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Power football with the run.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy. But the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They go to the draw. Trucks through the defender. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. Now, on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, going up top. Quick strike complete. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's got his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's down.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense hungry.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Correa. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Off the play fake on first down. Still running at the 40. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Wells.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Still looking on the move. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Unloads it left. Got it! Now remember, no timeouts left here, so they've got to get lined up and spike the ball.
Yeah, great job getting the first down. Now get on the ball, spike it real quick, then we can get organized while the clock's not running.
Second down and goal to go.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Dell. Touchdown, Rebels! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you've put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And with 3 seconds left, a last chance to extend the game into overtime. Never a doubt. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do